Hello everyone, as said in the previous video, this is more of an overview and a little bit of analysis. So if you really want to get into the topic, I've linked Strider and a lot of other people's videos and related links to really give insight into the situation, and I will be linking Strider's part 2 video in the comments after it releases to give more insight onto the situation. Welcome back to the channel, I'm your host Nick Shosey, and boy do I fucking hate this dev group even more. Due to StyLiS tendencies to cover up and silence as many critics and exposal videos as possible, many mods are now stepping down because they don't want to affiliate with pedophile enablers. A good example would be True Ninja Frog's post, a Reddit mod, a former Fan of Force's subreddit mod, which I showed in the last video, but I never really elaborated on that part where he has since stepped down because the very video was already in the works before I could even change what I wrote and said, so I just put it in the video as like a note. And he stepped down due to how poorly managed this team took action against evidences at hand and how very complacent they are at handling pedophiles. To which, give him credit for stepping down in the first place and acknowledging StyLiS's bullshit. I assumed that the subreddit would still be locked after that announcement, but a day or two after the post, the subreddit was filled to the brim with protesters, critics, and people who just hate StyLiS for letting the predator shit out of the hook. Of course, they immediately took action the day after, but the posts relating to the topic are still rolling in up until 6 days ago, until like recently. But it's only been like 4 new posts since, which makes it seem like they're flagging and disabling posts that are related to the pedo shit. Also note the fact that most comments on some posts are hidden or outright shadow banned, as some aren't even appearing on posts, despite the high comment count, making it seem like they added a blacklist of words that relate to this issue, which really baffles me. Since why the fuck are you putting more effort into censoring shit like this instead of taking full accountability with your half-assed apology doc? You never once took accountability and assumed Strider is defaming you when in fact these things actually happened. And it wouldn't be wrong to assume that you fuckers are hiding something because of how you acted. Your main point is that, oh, we can't do anything because they left, is so fucked because it implies that you knew what they were doing before but you didn't give a shit. Let that shit go because it felt like a fucking hassle for you to remove actual criminals, one of which actually raped a fucking minor because of how complacent you are at handling this shit. So since the Strider video and a lot of videos covering the topic, a lot of former PF content creators have since come forward and said that they have quit the game due to how fucked these people, these developers, these moderators are. Examples being Oscar and Snowy. Also another example, take God's Status video for example. He fucking gave more insight as to how much Lido, the main developer, really doesn't give a shit and treated the fucking doc as PR damage control bullshit, and the mod themselves even banning the people, calling out their public porn accounts and not the actual people themselves.
There was a moderator way back in the day, we're talking like 2018, 2019 area. I reported because if you took his Discord name and pasted it into a Google search, you would find, I don't know, 5 different websites with their own personal pornographic material on it. The staff team told me that I will be muted if I bring it up, that I will be removed from the community if I continue to bring it up, and continue to threaten me with any sort of punishment that they could if I brought this up in any way. They suspended this moderator. The moderator who reported this to the admins directly was suspended for bringing this up. One of the first public responses we saw from you was someone bringing it up to you in a game, and your first question was, am I clean? No. You knew you weren't clean. We have proof that you aren't clean. We have proof you were told about someone inappropriately talking to minors back in 2023. That person was not removed from the staff team until almost 2 years later. They are actively on Roblox Studio working on developing their new Phantom Forces or Phantom Resistance game, their new zombies game. They're actively at their goddamn office not responding to this situation. Lido wrote out a response and he was nothing but defensive. He took fake accountability. You opened up the server for a little bit and people of course were still mad about this, and you posted a stupid fucking anime girl pretending to be stressed out about this. You posted an anime girl gif rather than having a fucking response, Lido.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna be talking about the second topic of this video. The new leaks, aka the Google Doc made under Luffa and 7. Please understand that I'm only going through notable events in the doc, and as such, I have really recommend that you analyze it in depth, as this video is a quick summary. First of all, what's really noticeable here is the multiple patterns of StyLiS mods covering up as much as possible, closing down and covering up their Luffa shit after being reported and brought up to the server moderators. Also, the fucking fact that they framed it as Luffa stepping down, literally the same bullshit they had with Hal, only in this case they made it look like he stepped down to protect his image compared to Hal forced to stepping down. As much as it is censored, I won't be showing as much images to it, as I am afraid this video violating TOS, but all sources and images are on the Google Doc link below. Despite having this rule, they still willingly let go of their Leffa while knowing everything he fucking did, sending porn to actual minors, even discussing sexual acts to fucking minors. Yeah, good job throwing actual victims under the bus, StyLiS. Oh yeah, and almost forgot to mention the fact that he's literally being racist after a mod quote-unquote dealt with him, when in fact They just swept him under the rug, making it seem like he voluntarily left. Absolute fucking degenerate. You're pushing 20, discussing racist remarks and sexual topics to actual minors. How fucked is your brain for you to do this shit? Also, speaking of racist porn addicted 20-year-olds, another retard in the same doc named Seven did the same bullshit. 20 years old, by the way. These mods even doing the same fucking cover up to Seven as they did with their lefa. Multiple reports against Seven for his shit, yet zero fucking action taken. Even getting these mods to ban people they don't like and people who reported him to get banned. So, will PF die and these horrendous people be properly put to justice? In reality, hell fucking no. PF will die scenario is very unlikely until every single big name PF YouTuber calls StyLiS out for their bullshit. Which is why I appreciate what God Status, Snowy, and other YouTubers for rightfully calling out the devs and the moderators responsible for platforming racist pedophiles. But I think the most damage that PF will ever get is the tanking of active players. It will never reach 0 people, but may get them closer to said number. Honestly, with Roblox's track record of platforming pedophiles and pedophile enablers, it's highly unlikely that this game will be taken down, so unfortunately we will still see PF and StyLiS in the coming years. As with the developers and mods, you knew what you fucking did. You platformed rapists, predators, and racists onto your game. Zero fucking remorse.